know these niggas mad as fuck. Bitch, I'm in a trap with T and we throw it up. 4-4 while my niggas throw it up. Every time I took good things, I might just throw it.
Today is our very first episode of the girls' room. I am super excited. I wanted to answer a couple questions that I've had, and then also put my spin on some trending topics that's been going around. I decided to record this video on a whim because, you know, my makeup was done. I'm just getting in. It's been a decent gap in between my last video, so I'm like, you know what? Let's get the ball back rolling on the channel. But first, I want to make sure that we have a little drink. This is actually my first time sipping on this. This is the Menage a Trois Hot Pink. If y'all see me looking this way, it's because this is where the questions are that I'm going to be answering. Y'all got right into it. Let's start. The first question you guys ask is, do I think men should have a close friends? What's the reason a man that is not single has a close friends? Because personally, I just feel like men, y'all just be adding women to your close friends that y'all want to have relationships, but you don't know how to say it with your chest. That's my opinion. And I feel like you have a much better chance of getting with somebody if you just shoot your shot in a DM rather than just keeping them in your close friends, because y'all don't be saying shit, y'all don't be doing shit. I promise you that'll get you further. I promise you that'll get you further rather than just adding girls to your close friends. So this next question is pretty controversial because y'all would ask me this question, but it's been all over. The question is, men expecting sex for providing materials. We don't owe nobody shit, okay? That's first of all. I want to get you this, I want to get you that. Oh, what's your cash app? Oh, what's this, what's that, what's that? Da, 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 da. Let me take you here. Let me take you to sex. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys will like flood you with that. Like they will flood you with that. And some guys, like, they are adamant about buying yourself off rip. Like some guys are adamant, you know, in the beginning, and you know, you just can't accept things from people that you haven't vetted. Like, you have to fully vet these guys, because if a guy truly does not have it like that, but you know, he tries to love bomb you over it, you know, with materials, you will pay for that shit. Like, you will pay for that shit. That's number one. And then some people generally have a very bad relationship with money, and they view everything as transactional. So they're gonna view you as transactional, and if something is transactional, that means that they get a service for their money spent. So you really have to vet people, and you have to be careful. The goal when you meet people and when you dating people is you want to get to know the person. You know, when I was younger, I used to accept materials from people that was really, really feeling me, and I would just assume that, you know, somebody's offering me. When I was younger, I used to just assume that if somebody's offering me all this stuff, like, well, you're gonna take it. But like, you know, he's saying he wanna run it up, da, da, da. Like, I used to be like, yeah. But let me tell you something, these men are really crazy. You know, like, they just have terrible experiences with money, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but one, it depends on a person's relationship with money, and two, it depends on if a person really got it or not. But I'm pretty sure you guys understand. That's the bottom line. It depends. Like, I wouldn't accept anything too expensive or for it. That's just that, because you just don't know people. But at the end of the day, no, nobody owes. Who are you to put a price on somebody's body? Like, on to the next question. Boyfriends that don't want to meet your family. I think any guy that doesn't want to meet your family, he's just not ready to be serious. You know, anybody that wants to be serious wants to meet your family. Anybody that's ready to be serious, you know, they want to meet your family. They want to see, you know, where you come from. They want to see the closest people to you. They want to, because obviously if you're going to be serious with a person, you're going to end up being around these people. So, you know, girls be beasting and meet people mothers like, oh, I met his mother, I met his mother. They not fucking with you like that. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. Liking a person is nothing, but it means that they're not serious. Yeah, so, you know, you could give them time and they can still become serious later on down the line. Boyfriends that don't post you on Instagram. Right. What do y'all think I want to say? Comment below. Pause and comment below and tell me what y'all think I'm going to say. Oh, wait. I feel like some girls be like acting like they don't want to be acknowledged because they feel like niggas that post their girls still be cheating. There's
no type of men that don't cheat.
Not to say that all men cheat, but all types of men cheat. So what are you talking about right now? The world is like a weird place. So to me, a person that's super active on Instagram and never shows any signs of being in a relationship is like you and a person going to a party together and y'all going to the party at 2 separate times, and you stand on one side of the room and he's standing on the other side of the room, and y'all never meet up with each other, y'all never kiss each other, y'all never hug each other. Y'all want everybody to see that you guys are not intimate. Like, you don't want any signs of anybody knowing that y'all intimate. Like, that's a secret. That's not privacy. That's a secret. My life has always been private, like my real life, but like, you know, my relationship status has always been public, if you know what I mean. Like, it's been pretty obvious. It's like, that's what it's like to me. A person who is super active and social and always on Instagram and always checking Instagram and always posting on Instagram and never posts any signs of being in a relationship, it's weird. Now, if you're a person that's like idle, so it's like it's no point in going to Instagram to try to contact you. Those type of people, it's not important. It's just not important. If a person is really active on Instagram and decide to throw you up on your Instagram, that's so cute and corny and so cute. It's like, look at me. You posted me on your page and you don't post shit on your Instagram. But like a football game twice a month. I don't know. You know, that's so cute and like, you know. I don't know. I just like to feel appreciated. But that whole showing off 24/7 shit, it's not. It's not about shit. A person will cheat whether they post you or not, and that's just what it is. All right, so the next topic is about friendship, and the first question: is it okay to mess with an ex if your friend gives you the green lights? Yeah. No, I would never, because I feel as though people will give you the green light because why wouldn't they? I feel like if they don't give you the green light, it just means that, you know, they have feelings for the person and they don't want the person to know they have feelings for the person, because obviously they're not together. So why would somebody say, no, I don't want you messing with that person, if they no longer mess with that person and they don't want the person that they no longer mess with to know that they have feelings for them? Because then the friend's gonna be like, no, I can't mess with you because so-and-so still feels some type of way about you, and I'm not gonna give it to my friend, even though I want to mess with you, but I ain't gonna do it to my friend because my friend still like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, picture that. Just imagine that. Like, I've seen girls like give their friends the green light to mess with an ex or one of their old pieces or whatever, and I noticed that, like, even if the friend gives you the green light because she don't really like the person at all anymore, it's like, I feel like it's gonna be competition. Like, it's gonna be competition in the future, because it's gonna be like, either the person is gonna try to outdo the friend that had him before her, because she's gonna try to prove that, you know, the relationship with her is gonna last. You get what I'm saying? Or she could get more out of him than the friend. Like, I feel like females are like that. Like, you just, I wouldn't advise messing with your friend's ex, because I feel like even if you are not being competitive, what if your friends start getting competitive? Like, oh, like, you know, don't worry, he gonna do you dirty like he did me dirty. Like, you know, if you really don't fuck with the person no more, if you really are so happy, you know, that if you really don't give a fuck, you're not gonna make smart comments every time the girl is experiencing good things with the person. But I feel like that never happens. It's always some type of competition. Either you're trying to outdo the friend that used to go with him, or the friend that used to go with him is salty, you know, when she different type of treatment happening with you. It's just, I wouldn't do it. Like, it's so many men. It's so many men out there. Like, I just feel like that always becomes like a competition type of thing. And we're gonna touch on that too. I think I'm gonna touch on that in another video. Like, I feel like friends always, not even friends, but like girls always be competing with each other over the dumbest shit. The dumbest shit. Like, it be y'all niggas. This is not even a question. It's just a topic. Making friends as an adult. This question was asked to me months ago. So my first thought when I first got that like topic, making friends as an adult, I was like, my answer to that was like, you know, I don't even be outside enough to be making friends anymore. So I don't know, like, you know. But now that I have met and connect with a few women, I will say that making friends as an adult is super hard because, you know, generally when you make friends organically, you end up being just randomly in a situation with like people. You either meet friends from school or work. Like, that be, you know, usually how most friendships are made. Now, as an adult, you have to intentionally make friends. So I don't have anything against like going to events that you enjoy going to, doing things that you enjoy doing, taking up a class that you enjoy, you know what I'm saying, and you find other females there that you see often, and you know, you guys just end up vibing and talking and stuff like that. Like, I would just say, get yourself into those spaces. Get yourself into those spaces where you see yourself, you know, because that means that other people see themselves in those spaces as well. And you just want to make friends that have relatability to you. That's very important. I feel like as an adult, you just want to relate to your friends. Like, sometimes you may have like one or two lifelong friends from back in the day that you guys just don't have too much in common anymore. And even though you do love that person, you need a friend that you can relate to. They have no interest in what you have interest in. Sometimes you just need to meet people of your caliber. So that's what I would say, you know. If you ain't a pottery, find pottery online, go to them classes and make friends. Listen, I made mommy friends by doing shit that I made mommy friends by doing shit that I do with my kid, and you know, I don't regret it because these are things that I do on a daily basis. I need people that, you know, that I can learn from, and people that I'm able to share my experiences with too. I've gained friendships with people that I haven't been down here for that long to say friends, but I'm gonna say like acquaintances, you know, that I can still hit up, you know, whatever, that I can hit up anytime. So, you know, just relationships that we are working on. And it's like, because you don't see these people every day, you see these people periodically, maybe at like a spot that you guys visit frequently. It's like, as an adult, you have to put that effort in to make sure that, you know, you guys don't go astray. Okay, I asked you guys for questions and topics, so this is not really a question, but it's a topic. It says, being friends with women that don't know their worth / has low self-esteem. That's a very, very good one. I feel like when girls say that, you know, their friend doesn't know their worth, I feel like that typically has to do with relationships, and my opinion would be to mind your business. When it comes to people in their relationships, mind your business. You get what I'm saying? Why are you even that invested in somebody's relationship that you feel like that you should be friends with a person, or you can no longer continue a friendship with the person based on their, you know, intimate relationships? Like, I just feel like mind your business when it comes to stuff like that, you know? If a friend saying she went through this and that with her man, and you know, obviously you don't want to be drained by a friend keep taking a man back over and over again. You don't want to be drained by, you know, hearing every single detail all the time. But you know, as a friend, like, what is your purpose of being there is if somebody can't talk to you periodically about stuff like that? Like, I don't understand people that be like, oh, I can't be friends with her because that nigga cheated on her and she still want him. What does that got to do with you? What does that have to do with you? I don't understand that. Like, respectfully, you're a weird ass bitch. Like, you're a weird ass bitch. I'm sorry. Like, I can't stand people that invest themselves so much into somebody's relationship. Like, you get what I'm saying? Coach your friend through certain things. Don't invest yourself into somebody's romantic relationship that much to the point where you feel like you're the one in the relationship. Like as if your friend's man cheated on you. I'm the type of friend like, what we doing today? We mad at him today? Or we cool with him today? What we doing? Like, if you mad at him, I ain't fucking with him. Like, I ain't saying hi, I ain't doing shit. If we happy, it's all good. Like, I'm on whatever you want. That's the type of friend I am. Like, I'm on whatever you want. That's the type of friend I am. Like, that's all I gotta say. If you really feel like a person is accepting too much, like, bullshit in a relationship, you really gotta tell your friend. Like, I feel like you really gotta tell your friend. And then, if you're giving your friend solutions and they're constantly, you know, coming back to you with mad bullshit, you just gotta let your friend know, like, listen, be honest and be like, whenever you're ready to take that step forward, you know, talk to me about this, but until then, like, I can't. Alright, I was getting real amped on that topic. That was my opinion on the not knowing your worth. Now, I know as far as like the low self-esteem, it's very, very hard to be friends with somebody in the long term that has low self-esteem, because it depends. It's levels, because it's like people that have low self-esteem that's like loud and, you know, they try to come off as if they confident, as if they that girl, but they self-esteem is in a basement and they always in competition with you, you know, like they sneak dissing you, like they making like hating ass jokes about you. They act different, you know. They act different towards you when they're around a crowd, or they act different towards you when they're around certain people, you know, because those people have low self-esteem, right? Like they just be wanting to have one up on you. They just want to secretly always have one up on you, you know. How do I explain it? Like, you know, they might can never be able to give you a compliment because they just feel as if they say something positive about you, then, you know, they might never want to give you a compliment to your face, but they might secretly think you're that bitch. But, you know, they just can't say it. They just, you know, because they just don't want you to feel like you're that bitch. Because I feel like friends should just naturally want to uplift each other. That's me and my friends. Like, I feel like we just naturally want to uplift each other. It's no hidden agendas or nothing like that. That's the low self-esteem friend always wants to compete with you, like for anything, like any and everything, right? And then there's another type of low self-esteem friend, like the, you know, like the, I want to say timid, but like the more reserved one that's like, it most likely it don't have nothing to do with you. They just, you know, they might just have a little lower self-esteem, and it doesn't mean that they're a bad friend, you know, but it just means that you gotta be careful, because a lot of times things will backfire on you so quick. Like a person could say, I'm gonna speak for myself, like if I've had a friend that they was a little more timid than me or whatever, and I am a territorial person, like, you know, I am a person that, like, if I love you, I'm gonna speak up for you or whatever. And you gotta be careful sometimes, because sometimes you insert yourself in things with other people and it will backfire on you, because it's in a way, it's like you speaking for somebody, or, you know, you are just, I don't know, you're trying to be their voice because they're not using their voice, you know. And I feel like it backfires. So it's very hard. Like, people always feel like the person that's confident is the one that's, you know, swaying the low self-esteem person to do things that they wouldn't normally do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You gotta be careful to not overstep your boundaries, because it will always backfire on you. And half the time, like, because they don't speak up for themselves, you won't know what the real issue is. So sometimes you trying to speak up for somebody else, you could be speaking on the wrong thing, you know, and it's just like, I have no issue with seeing girls hashtag soft life. I love to see y'all living your best life. I'm not living my softest life right now, but I am living a lot softer life than I actually was, because I have more peace. And I feel like every black woman deserves every bit of softness, because most of us wasn't raised to feel like we were deserving of softness. We were raised to feel like we had to be you know, being productive 24/7. It's like sometimes you just want to be calm, and sometimes you just want to, you know, you need those times, not just once in a blue moon. You need those times, I feel like, regularly. You need calmness regularly, you know, to live, I feel like, a quality life. So I feel like we know luxury is waking up and doing whatever you want to do with your time. We know that. But also, luxury is also material things that you can afford. Being able to do whatever you want to do with your time and whatever you want to do with your money, those are all forms of luxury, okay? People want different things, but I don't know why y'all be going crazy when y'all see a dark-skinned girl with a Chanel bag and hashtag Black Girl Luxury. That's a luxury to a lot of people. The representation matters. So y'all be just so mad over these trends. And then I see, like, once TikTok became a big thing, I saw people like, let's normalize normal shit. Like, let's normalize normal shit. You don't have to normalize normal shit. Normal shit is already normal. If you just want to share your day-to-day life on a platform, then of course, yeah. But y'all like, yeah, like, I'm so sick and tired of seeing all these black girls in luxury. I'm so sick and tired of seeing it. You only like to see black people struggling. Like, that's all you like to see. That's my take on it. And I guess it started to feel like the media was being oversaturated with material things. I can understand that. But I felt like it was necessary at the point that it did come. I feel like before the Black Girl Luxury movement, honestly, I'm supposed to be talking about soft life, but here I'm talking about Black Girl Luxury. But I feel like before the Black Girl Luxury movement, honestly, people used to always shun black women for having nice things. Let's keep it a buck. If you had nice things, people didn't like you because they felt like you wasn't deserving of it. And that's just point blank period. I don't care if you was ghetto or bougie. If you was bougie with nice things and you was black, people was like, oh, who she thinks she is. If you was ghetto with nice things, people always be like, oh, she knows she can't afford that. Like, it was always a negative connotation towards black people with nice things. So yes, these movements, they serve their purpose. And then, like I said, soft life serves its purpose as well. Like, I'm not saying go crazy with trying to convince people that you have a soft life, but the roughness and the turmoil that black people always have to go through to be appreciated is unnecessary. Like, y'all don't have these same issues when y'all see a white girl that's a stay-at-home wife. Y'all don't have these same issues, but when y'all see a black girl that's a stay-at-home wife and she say hashtag soft life, it's a problem. Why? I'm curious. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I was like, what I decided to talk about, I was real passionate about. What y'all asked me about, I guess I kind of, did I go through it? No, I feel like I touched on it for real, how I needed to be touched on. But yeah. Alright guys, it's late and I'm ready to go to bed. But I hope you guys enjoyed this girl chat. Definitely make sure you comment below. Let me know your thoughts on some of the things I had to say. I was running my mouth like it wasn't nothing, but I feel like we have not chatted up here in a while. Also, this is our very first girls chat. This is the girls' room. So I'm on my second cup. I'm definitely a little tipsy. I'm ready to take it down. So yeah, I'm gonna put like an open question box on my Instagram so you guys can drop some questions for the next girls' room, girls' chat, and I'm so excited to see where this takes us. But I feel like I answer these questions in details. Dropping some questions that I should touch on next time. Definitely go to my Instagram and stay tuned because I'm going to post a question on what you guys want to hear. See you in the next one.
Stop the roof and let the smoke clear. I got diamonds doing slides in both ears. Dice rolling on the Las Vegas strip tonight.